Right. So, are you single, married, or
I am married.
okay?
I
That's good.
have a 10-year-old at home now, and I married a single father, so a 20-year-old who just is doing his thing. And then, as I said earlier, my mom and I raised my brother's children, and it's something. I mean, I miss my brother, but I have pieces of him through the four children, and then now, a couple of them have their own children, but they were, when we got them, they were 9 months, 1, 2, and 3. And now they're 23, 24, 25, 26.
Oh
So,
wow.
I'm like the little old lady that lives in the shoe with the kids. So, but that's the thing that I was talking about earlier about family and strength, and like you don't even know how you're gonna do certain things. And what I thought back then was that, well, it's family. That's what you do. You take, you take in your family. And I didn't realize until after talking to some people who were like, oh, that's really nice. Y'all did that as 4 kids. And I'm thinking, we didn't have a choice, but everybody ain't that. I learned
True.
that also. So,
True.
but that's why also I know that um, that I'll be blessed in my ventures, and some things I want to be able to do it all, so that I'll see what I'm good at, see what I'm really really good at, and see what I should leave to those who are best able.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah. And you're in the business, so you know exactly what I'm talking about. I
Oh
know.
yeah. Oh yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
But I'm grateful for that foundation, because I do know some of my peers who all they feel like they have is this business and their career, and then that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And I always say, like, to the young folks at the Black Velvet Monday thing I was telling you about, that your gift is not dependent upon whether you have a video on or a record out.
Gotcha.
Your gift is not dependent on that. And for me, I believe that whether it is the reacting or the singing or whatever that, my gift has been afforded me to help me to see my purpose here on earth.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just about like being able to hit a high note or a low note or do whatever, but it's about reaching somebody and touching somebody and healing, because music is so healing. And then we tie into that. My friends make fun of me because for 10 years I worked as a nurse with handicapped children before I even got the deal for Thanks for My Child. So there's the whole Cheryl Pepsii CPR thing. They always tie all that stuff together. But I believe that, being able to sing and touch people and do music that really means something, or productions that have a message, is a part of what what the larger purpose for me is on this earth.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So what honestly inspired you to want to fulfill, the acting, the music? Like what was that first sighting, where you were like, wow, this is what I want to do. I want to get started into this.
Well, I think just being moved by certain songs, or watching something in a movie or on television that like really, touched the core of who I was at a young age. And it's funny because whenever I was coming up and doing the theater stuff
Mm-hmm.
in New York, and it was off Broadway stuff and community theater, but I wasn't doing it to sing. I played piano a little bit, and
Okay.
but I wanted to act and dance, because I thought that everybody knew how to sing, because everybody in my family sang. My father sang and traveled with a gospel group
Okay.
called the Mighty Clouds of Harmony, and my mom sang with her sisters and traveled around the New York tri-state area, singing in different churches, and so they always had the kids with them, and so we sang as well. But I thought everybody knew how to sing. So when I was first getting into the theater stuff, I just wanted to act and dance, and because I was like, the singing ain't nothing to do. It's got to do that. And then I learned that was not true. So, but I think it's like, I grew up in church. My father's a preacher now. Just that thing that when you, for me anyway, when I am able to sing and I know that it is touching somebody or reaching somebody or encouraging someone, like that's always been a big part of what it is. Like for me, it's a wonderful compliment if people say, "Oh, you can really sing. I love how you do this," or whatever. But it's a bigger compliment if when somebody says, you know, that really moved me, and that's just what I needed this evening to just hear a positive word or to feel that thing that just made me want to just open up my heart or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's a big thing. That means more to me than the superficial thing, the you know, the exterior stuff, the stuff that like hits the heart.
Right.
That's most important.
Cool. So we'll say worst case scenario, if the singing and the plays and the acting, if none of that was possible today, would there be a plan B for you, as though something else you would fulfill?
You know what? I would probably be writing. At one point, I was really looking into doing a book of poetry, or write a lot of poetry, and just writing in general. It's funny, that question though, because it makes me think when I was going into high school, I wanted to go to the School of Music and Art, and my parents said, "Oh, that's not practical," and and so that's how I ended up in a high school for medical professions, and I actually got my LPN, my nursing license, out of high school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that's how I was able to, not work, like I said, with handicapped children. Because if I didn't have the bug for the music and this industry and that kind of thing, because I recorded that first project while working. Like Thanks for My Child came out in 1988. It was #1. It was a video on everything, and I was still punching the clock. because my parents had kind of put their thing on me, like, you're going to do something practical. And though it was my dream, when it became like, it started becoming even more real, I was like, oh God, well, what happens if this doesn't do or that doesn't happen?
Right.
And I gotta say, and I finally left that job in 1989 because I had to go on tour, and Full Force, who were the producers at the time, and the manager, they were like, you don't have to quit for something because you got to go on the road. And I got to say, knock on wood, and I'm hitting my head right now, I haven't looked back. But if I had to, that would probably be it, just work with children. I love children. And so, and especially in this day and age where I feel like kids have such a hard time, that would be my plan B. That would be my plan B, I'm sure.
All right. Do you have any current plays or movies or songs, that you got coming out? I know you were talking about your music and the plays, but is there anything, that the fans can expect from you soon?
Well, right now because it's still relatively new, the CD Let Me Be Me, which right now they can get on iTunes, Amazon.com, or Rhapsody, or any of the digital outlets, and we're working to get them in stores. And there's a single on there, Come Over. It was written by myself, and the music was done by a gentleman named Luke Austin out of Houston, Texas.
Okay.
And I call it like this project of almost like the year in a life of a woman. And it kind of covers the gamut because I hate the way our music can get categorized. So it begins and ends with gospel because that's where my roots are. But there's some jazz in there. There's a rock tune in there that everybody loves. And, there's the love songs, and then there are I'm Not Really Loving You Right Now songs. It covers again, but what I'm very, very proud of the project. And I did it all myself, and it's a labor of love because after I 3 projects that I did on major labels, and after going through the politics of all that stuff, I said at one point, if I never recorded another record ever, it would be too soon because I felt like I was about to be postal, you know what I mean?